Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Hopefully this won't creep you out too bad, but I want folk to understand that there's some stuff happening in this world that you cannot ignore. Just because you've never had these experiences doesn't mean that you can discount them. There are people out here having experiences, seeing things, feeling things, going through things, being infiltrated by things, occupied by things. And these stories are here to let us know. They're here to warn us that it's more going on that meets the eye. Anyway, I'm going to be sharing a story of a woman who sees an entity with completely black eyes at the grocery store. What she did next is pretty clear, pretty obvious. But she talked about how this thing was just staring at her. Just staring and staring and staring and staring. And when she realized what was going on, when those eyes flickered and all turned all black, she said, okay, whoop, time to go. Anyway, take a look and a listen at this. And of course, you know, I will be right back.
There are beings that is walking this earth and they are not human. I just came from Kroger's. I just got off of work. I went to go pick up a few items, y'all. I go to the bread aisle. Now, the bread aisle is super long. I'm at one end of the bread aisle. There's a guy that's about 3/4 of the way down in the bread aisle. He got a cart. I got a cart. He's looking at me. And you know how you can see out your peripheral that somebody's staring at you. He ain't just looking, but he's staring at me. I kind of look his way. He's still staring. I go ahead and I get my bread. I go back around the other way because I'm going to the international aisle to get some pasta and some other stuff. While I'm in the international aisle at one end, this guy comes around and he's at the top of the same aisle. I see him still looking at me. Now, mind you, there's a couple of things that I need to get out of that aisle. So the first part of the aisle, I grab what I need to grab and I go about midways down. He's at the other end. So he's staring at me still. So I kind of look at him and I go like, how you give somebody that type look? He's still staring. So I'm looking for what I'm looking for. I can't really find it because he's throwing me off because he keeps staring. Mind you, this man don't have nothing in his cart. He's not even turned to look at any food. He's looking directly at me. By this time, I'm like, you know what? I'm not on it. I'm about to just stare you down. So I turn to look at him. Y'all, when I tell you, this man stared at me and his eyes turned black. Everything in his whole eyeball, not just the pupil, but the white part, turned completely black. He looked, it said black, and then he walked away. When I tell you I left that cart sitting in that aisle, I didn't even buy nothing from Kroger's. I left out and I came home. There is stuff, there is beings that is walking in this earth and they at the store, they at whatever, they look like us and everything else, but they are not human. I don't even know what to say.
In New York, right? This is the first time I've shared this story public. I was doing a show one night in New York and this guy had on sunglasses in the front row. And I said, listen, I'm not going to keep coming back over here seeing you with these sunglasses. No sun in here. And you being disrespectful. I need to be able to see you, right? So he laughing and I walk to the other side of the stage. I come back. I said, you think I'm playing? If you don't take them damn glasses off, Roseanne, he lifted up his glasses and everything was black.
Oh, he didn't have any eyes?
Did you hear what I said?
What?
He lifted up his glasses and everything was black. The energy I got from him was, do you want to comment? I look back at him and the energy I gave him was, I'ma mind my business and walk my ass back down to the other side of the stage because I want to keep my fat neck.
Okay, so you just heard two people talking about this. This is just two people. Now, we know that there are many people experiencing these kinds of things on the earth. Now, a lot of folk, they'll say, well, you are out of your mind. You don't know what you're talking about. you watch too much television. They'll just explain it away like that. But you have to understand, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, y'all. There are principalities and dark powers that are manifesting themselves now on the earth. And a lot of people have had these experiences, these unexplainable. The reason why I say unexplainable, because everybody's used to living just this surface life, but there are other realms that cross over. There are other entities. There are things happening that you can't explain, that you can't understand. The problem is too many people think that the world exists only with what's in their mind, what they believe, what they understand, and that's not how the world works. There are other dimensions. There are other entities, but there are other things happening that we've got to be aware of. And both these responses, this woman said she got the heck out of Dodge. She said she left that stuff there. She didn't buy. She went on home. She said, I can't deal with what I just saw. What I just saw, I can't deal with. So she got out of there. And you heard Monique's response. Her response was a bit longer, but her language got a little colorful. So I just, shared with you the basics of what she was talking about with the experience she saw, which was the same, some entity with black eyes. Now, I said all that to say this. This world is changing, and there are certain prophecies that talk about some things that people are going to be seeing that's going to cause their hearts to fail them. It says men's hearts going to fail them for fear. It also said that men going to seek death and death going to flee from them. What's going to be happening on the earth that people are going to be trying to die, but it's going to flee from them? There are some tripped out things prophesied, y'all. Even some things that scripture talks about going to be coming up out of the ground. So when I hear testimonies like this, I'm not shocked nor surprised, because this world that we live in is much different than reality. Reality shows that there are other things happening. Other things are happening that we don't have a clue about. And I think we're going to start to see more and more manifestations of stuff like this. More and more people are going to come forth telling what they've seen, telling what they've heard, and it is what it is. And so we've got to get prepared for whatever is prophesied. Those of you who don't get into biblical prophecy, maybe you should tap on it a little bit and study up and see what's going to be happening, because you don't want to be caught off guard. The Bible did warn that things are going to come upon this earth like a snare, and it's going to take and catch people off guard. So be ready. Just be ready for what's to come. Keep your eyes open for more of this, because more and more people are coming forward with testimonies that are just tripped out and unbelievable. Anyway, share your thoughts on this in the comment section. But always remember, y'all, stay prayed up. Stay prayed up. We hope you liked today's topic. Please leave your comments below. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, share it like this video, and with that, we're out. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.